Is one of the things that's holding you back from actually going out on your own and using that beautiful mind and skill set and expertise to start your own consulting business, not knowing what type of consulting business to start? All right, then if it is, I got you. I'm gonna take care of that today because I am about to reveal the top 10 consulting niches that are making money this year. And you might hear or see yourself in some of them and think, okay, I want to get those juices flowing so that 2025 is your year and you won't be in December talking about, I still gonna do it, I'm still gonna do it, because it's time to get it done. Let's get to work. All right, so I know that you are out there dreaming of starting this consulting business. And one of the things that's holding you back, and I know because I have been there, is what type of consultant can I be? Like, what are all the options out there?
Interesting.
And part of the reason why that's holding you back is because you probably have developed a ton of different skill sets over all of the years that you've been working in corporate. And you really do have a lot of different expertises that you can focus on. So the point of today is for me to make sure that you stop feeling the overwhelm that comes from having to pick a profitable niche, and to break it down for you based upon what the market out there is saying are some of the most highly sought after and lots of money making niches that exist in consulting this year, and get your brain and your juices kind of flowing to determine if you could be a great fit for any of these. And ultimately, I'm also going to give you why they're thriving, some of the skill sets that you really are going to need in order to master that particular niche, and what expertise you will have to hone in on in order to really succeed. And I did a little bit more digging, and I can give you an idea of what the earning potential is for each particular niche as I go through them. Now, this by no means is an exhaustive list. There are tons of consulting niches out there, and you guys know that I am a firm believer in really figuring out for yourself where your passions and your skills and your expertise meet. And that niche is something that you should then embark upon research on to make sure that it's a good fit for the market. But that's where you generally want to go, because we're not just building businesses to have a business or to create an additional job that we hate to go to for ourselves, right? You want a business so that you also love what you're doing every day. And that's why I want to give you these 10 to get your juices flowing to see if you could do it. All right, niche number 10, being a PR consultant. Now this one really stuck out to me because it seemed like it would be so much fun. Why this particular niche is profitable is because businesses nowadays really do need to stand out in a crowded market with strong storytelling and lots of connections in order to really be able to get that public relations fuel going in their businesses. And in this particular niche, you are going to need to have an expertise of like media, right? Some contacts, some local contacts that are in the news or the newspapers or things like that would also be a great fit. You got to have really good communication skills verbally, but also really good written communication skills. And you really have to have a knack for crafting compelling stories and narratives, because that's really what PR is. You could even go better if you have experience with podcasters or have a network of folks who have podcasts to be able to get your client on those podcasts, or even YouTubers or people who are doing more digital marketing types of, putting themselves out there. So having that kind of network and contact list would make you a really good fit as a PR consultant. And the earnings potential for this type of consulting niche can really be anywhere from $50,000 to $150,000, even $200,000, depending upon your market annually. So yeah, there you go. Your six-figure business in the bag. Now, the next niche that I think would be a good fit for you is going to be social media consultant. Yes, this is a huge one, obviously. Social media marketing is on the rise. It is really a cost-effective way for small businesses, medium-sized businesses to get themselves out there. But one of the things that the owners don't necessarily have a knack for is social media itself. Social platforms are crucial for growth, especially nowadays, but the algorithms and all of the rules and the trends around each of the social media platforms are constantly changing. And so it really is something that a small business owner, a CEO, or a team would need to bring in an expert, especially if you specialize in certain platforms to have you actually help create that strategy, but also be able to create that content and a game plan, because that's oftentimes where people kind of drop the ball. You'll need expertise in platform strategies. Ultimately, you could specialize in a handful of platforms, depending upon who your target market is. You have to also have skills around being able to create content, video content, as well as image content. And you have to really have a knack for understanding all the analytics that are involved with the social media platforms, because your clients are going to expect you to provide them with reports, but also with strategies and ideas on how to grow and keep it moving within those platforms. But social media consultants' earning potential is anywhere from $50,000 to $500,000 a year. So it is an amazing business opportunity and a really good niche to get you closer and closer to seven figures. Now, this next niche is one that is near and dear to my heart. When I was doing my research, I realized this is really cool. So that is a business startup consultant, which yours truly is,
Didn't I tell you? 'Cause I told you. And when did I tell you? A long time ago.
It's profitable because building businesses, starting businesses is a booming industry. Ever since the pandemic, people have been really realizing their entrepreneurial dreams and really going after it. And so entrepreneurs oftentimes need guidance on everything from business plans to launching to what the steps are to all of those things that I teach you guys here on CPTV. And so you'll need to have really true, good, strong project management skills in this particular area. I would say industry experience and practical experience actually starting businesses successfully, and a proven track record is going to be critical in this particular phase. Now, earnings potential for this particular consultant, and I'm smiling because when I saw the numbers, I was like, yeah, you could actually do a whole lot more than that, is right around $50K to $500,000 annually, depending upon what you charge. But your projects are also going to be really good to be able to implement, and it allows you to scale this type of consultancy. So this niche is definitely growing, and that is why it is on my list of the top 10. Now, if you like where I'm going with this and you are getting some good ideas, do not forget to subscribe and give me a like and let me know what niches you have looked into or which ones of what I'm mentioning to you today really resonate with you. And I will jump into those comments and give you some more facts about where you are and what you're thinking. Now, this next one is a marketing consultant. This is a little different than the social media consultant that I mentioned earlier, because marketing consultant is really all things marketing. And that includes the marketing strategy, that could include the branding, that could include, the messaging, that could include ICA research and data. And for some folks, that could even include assisting with product development, product research and development, because marketing and products go hand in hand. So it's profitable because companies are really truly desperate at this point for experts who can optimize campaigns, drive results, and really come up with the core of what brings in sales and revenue into their organizations. But you will definitely need knowledge in this area of SEO, of email marketing, of digital marketing, of content marketing, of social ads, of branding, of the whole kit and caboodle. So this is more of a generalist role versus the social media consultant that I mentioned that really hones in on social media specifically. This is all things marketing and really would put you more in the light of a chief marketing officer at an organization or a CMO, but it can be very, very lucrative. Earnings potential for this type of consultancy is anywhere from $50,000 to $750,000 a year, even more, because I have some really good friends who are marketing consultants, and they are really raking in that cash. So this is a really good one if you've got that marketing niche or a degree in marketing or lots of experience in marketing. You could really branch out on your own and hit the ground running with this one. The next niche that is really on the rise is a financial consultant. And this one is kind of self-explanatory. Everybody needs help with money. Your target market, if you're a financial consultant, could be individuals, but could also be businesses, small businesses, medium-sized businesses, and really helping them navigate financial goals, investing, all those types of things. Whether it's managing budgets, coming up with financial strategies, or also just growing the wealth financial consultants are at the top of that list of folks that you want to reach out to and grab hold on when you really want to come up with some great financial strategies. And it is a skill set and an expertise that is highly sought after, because some people either love to deal with the finances or hate it. And if you love it and you have that skill set and you've been in your corporate job and in a financial capacity, this could be a really good fit. You will generally need very high levels of financial literacy for this type of consultancy. Also, various certifications can be kind of embedded in this one. So this gets a lot more formal, like your Series 6 or 7, if you're looking at financial advising, dealing in stocks, dealing with different things. If you are dealing with IULs and things like that, it could also mean an insurance license is going to be required. And you have to have a really client-focused approach. And this type of consultant has a lot of access to confidential information, fears, pain points, challenges. So you really do have to be good in customer service. Now, the earning potential for this type of consultancy is anywhere from $50,000 to $1 million annually, especially if commissions are going to play a role in this from any of the organizations that you might be working with, or like carriers that you might be working with. But you can also charge package fees for just the consultancy piece and forego the commissions and just charge your clients kind of a fee for being their on-site financial guru. But this is a great one if you have a knack for numbers and really love to play around with that money. Now, this is a newer niche, but I absolutely loved it when I found it, and that is an e-commerce implementation consultant. Yes, you guys know, you've been out there. If you went through the holiday season, you realize that shopping malls and plazas are on the way down, and you were probably like, where's all the crowds? The crowds were online shopping. And so a lot of stores have now begun to shift their focus to their online stores, to their e-commerce platforms. And I'm not just talking about small businesses and individuals, I'm talking about the big boys as well. So if you are an e-commerce implementation consultant, you really know your stuff when it comes to online shopping, because it is booming. Businesses need help building and optimizing their online stores, making sure that they are keeping track and creating those funnels and those automations, also using SMS texting, coupons, just strategy in general around online shopping. You'll need to have web development skills if you're looking at doing this, be familiar with platforms like Shopify, I would even say like Etsy stores, and then also have a really thorough understanding of payment integrations and what that whole thing looks like, as well as creating automations and also building in marketing into the whole thing. This type of consultancy has annual earning potential of anywhere from $50,000 all the way up to $1 million. And it is expected to be growing rapidly, because obviously a lot of those brick and mortar stores are really just now relying on online. So this is a great opportunity, only going to be growing. And if you have a knack for e-commerce, this is something you should really consider. Now, the next niche that I found was really on the boom is IT consultant. If you have been an IT specialist in your corporate role, if you've got tons of IT skills, if you understand information technology, and you are getting more into AI, which we're going to talk about a little bit later, this can be a very profitable type of expertise that you could really build a business around and make some great money. Technology evolves so quickly. Businesses definitely need experts to stay competitive, to set up their computer systems. But most importantly, this type of consulting niche allows you to really have a lot of recurring revenue, because you can create kind of like ongoing support types of packages that necessarily doesn't even require you to have to work all the time, but just having you kind of on retainer is a very big deal for small businesses especially. I know my IT consultant and we text all the time, because it is always something breaking down around here, and I have to reach out constantly. I'm actually in the market of looking for a new office computer, and of course the first person I called was my IT consultant. So that just goes to show you all the different areas of expertise. You also would need to have very strong tech skills in general, really understand computers and laptops, even iPads, and sometimes even phones, because a lot of businesses provide their staff with those, and have very industry specific expertise. So if you've been working in IT in your career for a very long time, this is definitely something that I would consider as a skill set and expertise that you can pursue your consulting business dreams in. And the earning potentials in this one is anywhere from $100,000 a year all the way up to $1 million per year. So if this is your skill set and this is your expertise, very, very, very high profit margins as well, because you're pretty much functioning online. But this is something that you should definitely consider pursuing to pursue your consulting business dreams. Now, this next niche is something that I really found to be interesting, but it is a sales funnel consultant. Yes, you heard me. A sales funnel consultant. Businesses nowadays, especially those who have transitioned to doing more things online, have to incorporate funnels or sales processes, digital sales processes, and onboarding processes, and offboarding processes, and customer service processes into their businesses. And if you know how to create those funnels, to convert leads into paying customers, then you are an expert that is highly sought after and need to use those skills, honey, to start your own dream. You will need to have knowledge of customer journeys. You will also need to have knowledge of the top software tools that exist out there nowadays that really do encompass those sales funnels, like ClickFunnels or Go High Level or Kartra or even Kajabi. And there's a lot of them that are popping up all over the place. You really need to understand customer journeys from start to finish in order to master this one, as well as analytics and automation tools is going to be really important. But the earning potential for this particular one is consistently growing, projected to grow about 10% every single year, and starts at about 100K and can go all the way up to multiple millions. So this is definitely, if you've been doing them and you know how to get them done, you could walk away from that corporate gig and start your own gig and go out there and really knock entrepreneurship out the park. Now, the next consulting niche is generative AI consultant. Obviously, this is one that has really stepped up and flown to the top of the consulting niches over the last few years. This is profitable because obviously it's in the name, AI. AI is transforming industries. It is so critical for so many businesses. So many businesses out there are trying to understand what the heck it is. They're trying to make sure that they're utilizing it. They're trying to stay, ahead of the curve. And if you have expertise in generative AI, then you have a calling, my love. And this is definitely a great time for you to pursue that calling. Businesses need help integrating AI into their business, and you could be the person that they tap into. You'll need to have a lot of tech fluency in this particular niche, a lot of creativity, and the ability to apply AI solutions across industries. You'll have to understand and know different AI tools in order to be able to meet the needs of your clients and assess what you should be recommending. And I would also say have an idea of the legalities and compliance and how to help your clients implement AI safety measures, because that's a really big deal right now for companies who are incorporating AI. They're just afraid of, breaches and confidentiality and information being out there. So that could be a unique value proposition for you if you really get this. It's also going to look like a lot of money can be earned in this particular one. Earning potential can be anywhere from 25K to 250K per month. Yeah, I said per month. So we in the multi-million-dollar realm if you master AI. I would totally recommend that you pursue this and look into it, because it sounds like it might be something that you could really bring some value to the world. And the last niche that I want you to consider in these top 10 is a business plan consultant, all right? A strong business plan is essential for securing funding. It is also essential from a year-to-year basis for setting a clear path. Businesses don't just do them when they're starting, they do them every single year. I know I do. I do a growth strategy every single year. And being able to work with a consultant to put that in place would be chef's kiss, let me tell you. You'll need to have research skills. You'll need to have strategic planning skills. You'll need to have industry knowledge, and you will just need to know your stuff. But if you decided to pursue this particular niche, you could earn anywhere from $50,000 to $5 million annually, because there's such a high demand and so many businesses out there who need those services. So I would definitely consider this niche if you have that skill set, if you've been doing a lot of strategy and your expertise and in your, 9-to-5 job and in your career leading up to now. And I think it's something that you should really consider, because it's a strong niche, it is growing, and you can make lots and lots of money doing it. So there there you have it, my love. The top 10 consulting niches that are making money this year. If you have been toying with what you should do and trying to figure out what your business idea should be, but you know that you are destined to be your own boss and start your own consultancy, definitely consider these top 10, because the question is, which one of these will align with your skills, your expertise, your passion, and which one of these or combination of them can really fuel that passion and not feel like work, but could definitely take you to the next level and replace that corporate income. Start building your consulting business. It is time. Stop making excuses, figure it out. And if you want my help, you should definitely check out my Scratch to Freedom roadmap. It really does break down for you all of the phases of starting your consulting business and all of those steps. And I kind of put together and took my top handful of tools that everyone loves and combined it into a really quick educational training. So the link for it will be down in the description below. Check it out if you want to go any further, and I will see you there. And until next time, my loves, it has been so good to see you and talk to you. I will see you next week. Bye-bye. Mwah!